Right now at noon, we'll hear from some students and staff members in Arma, Kansas, as they weigh in on the pros and cons of a 4-day school week.
Plus, we've had a warm and windy day out there, a little bit warmer than where we have been at least. We'll talk about that forecast coming up.
And grocery shoppers in the state of Oklahoma can expect to pay less for their food come this August.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Students in Kansas School District USD 246 can expect their school weeks to get a little shorter. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. The school board voted earlier this month to have students go from a 5-day schedule down to only 4 days each week. The district superintendent, Dr. Ray Streeter, says the decision came after a lengthy process of research and weighing the pros and cons of such a decision. He says he believes this is the best step to keep teachers and students more engaged and energized during the school year.
So our kids are going to get more daily instruction on math, reading, social studies, etc. So that's already been done for us. Our schedule's built. Professional development with the admin team has kind of been figured out already. So right now it's just a process of wait, and there's excitement because I think it's going to be a really good thing for our district.
One group this decision does affect is bus drivers, but Dr. Streeter says most bus drivers also work as custodians and that there will still be opportunity for those drivers to obtain hours during the school's off days.
Yeah, we've got a warmer and breezy day out there for us today. Quick look outside from earlier this morning, the MoDOT camera, 32nd and range line. We had some sunshine, and we're going to have those peaks of sun, but we're also going to have a few more clouds out there. We've also got winds out of the south starting to gust 20-25 miles an hour, and with the low humidity levels, even those who aren't under a red flag warning, we absolutely don't advise any outdoor burning. Earlier this morning as well, Cornell Complex camera downtown Joplin. Initially, as you looked off to the north, just a few clouds. All the clouds from today rolling in from the south-southwest out of Oklahoma, overspreading the area progressively out there. Sometimes that doesn't fill out, but that's all right. We know we started yesterday pretty darn cold. Not a record, but well below average. And we only made it up to 41. We should be about 54, so no record highs, no record lows, but not where we're supposed to be either. With these temperatures, again, keep in mind an average high of 54. We went from 83 to 41. Now we're getting back to normal, and then we're going to start to warm up again as we head into the upcoming weekend. We do have a few rain shower chances tonight. We'll have a few more in the latter half of our weekend as well. We're going to talk about all of that in your complete forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, the city of Miami is now searching for a new city manager. Council members on Monday accepted current city manager Bo Reese's resignation. His last day will be March 23rd. The city is now partnering with the firm Strategic Government Resources to find his replacement. That nationwide search will cost the city nearly $28,000. Well, shoppers in Oklahoma will pay no state grocery tax come August. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill that will eliminate the state's portion of the grocery tax. The state's tax rate will decrease from 4.5% to 0%. The new tax cut would affect food that is taken home and prepared food. However, on-site meals don't qualify. This comes after a 5-year bipartisan effort to make groceries more affordable. Here at Hart's Food in Miami, Oklahoma, we're asking shoppers about their reactions to the grocery tax cut.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
It's not going to save me anything, but I think it's going to save my peers that work really hard. So I feel like it's going to be helpful for some people.
Well, it probably would, yeah. What do you think?
Some other shoppers are concerned about the potential repercussions from this cut. The cut will reduce the state's revenue by $418 million a year.
I'd like to see the money that's taken away from the grocery tax. Where is it going to be replaced? How will it be reimbursed?
It just depends on how they're going to try to get more money out of me some other way. That's kind of what I'm thinking. One way or another, they're going to get it. So I kind of got to read more about it.
But for those who are on fixed incomes,
every little bit counts.
Right,
especially if you're getting older and living alone and things.
Fixed income.
I think this is a good decision. because people who aren't on fixed incomes don't watch their pennies as closely as those of us who do.
Right. Reporting in Miami, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The cut will be effective in late August, 90 days after this session ends. Missouri opened the start of the candidate filing period yesterday in Jefferson City. A total of 435 candidates filed for various offices to get their name on the ballot for the August 6th primary election. Candidates for U.S. and state offices, along with some judges, are required to file in person with the Secretary of State's office in Jeff City. Candidate filing will continue until March 26th deadlines. And the Show Me State will also hold the GOP caucus across the state this Saturday. For Missouri residents in our area and members of the Grand Old Party, there will be caucus nights in 5 counties: Vernon, Barton, Jasper, Newton, and McDonald. For specific times and locations, head over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Jasper County is among the most vulnerable in a study that highlights the risk of destruction from a tornado. The county ranked 48th among 950 counties for risk of damage or loss of life. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has more.
We still remember the sounds and like the train sound that everyone talks about. That was very real during the tornado. It was a very high-pitched screeching sound during the tornado. So when everything went quiet, all the electricity was out and the TV went off and we couldn't hear the radio, we heard some screeching sounds.
Elizabeth Smith's family is one of many who lost their homes on May 22, 2011. Even though she was just a kid, the experience changed her forever in many ways.
I think that we look at things differently.
Looking at things differently even made Smith choose her profession.
Makes me more wanting to get out there more and tell people more about how they need to protect their homes and their autos and their business because of the impact that a tornado or any kind of weather damage can do to them.
Especially in an area with high tornado risk, according to a recent study. The 2024 Most Vulnerable Counties for Tornado Damage study was conducted by Roof Genome, an online site covering the roofing and solar panel industry. 9 Missouri and 7 Kansas counties finished among the 100 most vulnerable counties for tornado damage. Jasper County is the only one, according to the research, that is in the top 100 in the 4 states area. The study compared counties with a relatively moderate to very high tornado risk, according to the Federal Emergency Management Agency. More specifically, they looked at tornado risk and expected annual loss from tornadoes. While dealing with losing her home in the past and hoping to never leave something similar in the future, Smith is cautious.
We have a basement, we have shelter, and we have good insurance, so we just know that we have all the things that we need to take shelter and protect ourselves.
In Joplin, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
To learn where the other counties in the 4 states are ranked in the 2024's most vulnerable counties for tornado damage list, go to our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, coming up, how Missouri Southern is helping its students dress for success. We'll have the details on their 10th annual Dress to Impress event. And later, we're making double cheese pancakes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Missouri Southern yesterday opened the doors on the 10th annual Dress to Impress event. The event features donations of gently used men's and women's professional clothing for students to start or expand their professional wardrobe. The event is in preparation for the upcoming spring career fair and for many students, the beginning of their careers.
I'm an elementary education major, so what I'm doing is building a wardrobe up for teaching. Someone could be building a wardrobe up because they're a business major and they need clothing for everyday wear to work. And so you have to start early because you can obviously do it in a short amount of time, especially as a college student. Your funds are maybe not as grand as it would be if you were working like full-time somewhere. So this is.
There were plenty of volunteers who were able to help students out with mentoring and coaching. Well, volunteering can be a great way to support your community, and the Downtown Joplin Alliance is trying to make it easier than ever to decide how you want to help. The group yesterday hosted its Volunteer Expo, and residents were able to learn about the different activities the Alliance hosts to benefit the area. That includes cleaning teams, helping with endangered properties, organizing events like Third Thursday, and much more.
I feel like Joplin's kind of that perfect size right now where individuals who volunteer, who get involved, can have a real tangible impact and outcome on their community. So anyone who likes to see the results of the work they put in, this organization's a great way to do that.
Current volunteers were encouraged to bring a friend to the expo to show them all the ways they can be involved. Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today's recipe is leaping with lots of cheesy goodness. Something this good may not come around for another 4 years, so you better stick around.
But first, we are keeping an eye on some changes in terms of warmer weather down the road. We'll look at all that in the complete forecast right after this. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we had a pretty cold start again out there this morning, below average temperatures. We are going to be about average with our highs today, and then we're going to see things warm up, and in between, maybe get a couple of showers in there. Let's take a look outside. This is from earlier this morning. The MoDOT camera, 32nd and range line in Joplin, had some sunshine out there, but otherwise clouds rolling in, coming in out of Oklahoma. Our camera on the Cornell complex again from this morning, showing some of those clouds. Now you look to the north this morning and it didn't look that bad because the clouds again coming out of the southwest, and we're switching to those mostly cloudy skies now. As we mentioned earlier, red flag mornings for at least 9 o'clock tonight for our northern counties out there. However, humidity levels are going to be very low through most of the day across the region, and with those south winds gusting 20 to 25 miles an hour, even if you're not under a red flag warning, we absolutely do not advise any outdoor burning of any kind today just because of how dry it's going to be. The clouds, of course, roll on through. Our temperatures today about average, and then as we head later into the evening, the humidity levels increase, and we're going to start to see a few showers out there across the area, which will be great. Unfortunately, not everybody will be getting rain this evening, but some of us will. As we go later into the night, temperatures will gradually fall back, and for the areas where there might still be a stray shower or two lingering out there, you could see a brief transition to a rain-snow mix, but we're not anticipating any accumulations with that snowfall at all. For the rest of today, though, again, highs right around the low to mid-50s out there, so right at or very close to average. Mostly cloudy, breezy, those winds gusting to about 20-25 miles an hour. Showers in the evening, and then again for some a brief rain-snow mix will be possible. Lows back into the low to mid-30s. That south breeze still up there a bit, but not too bad at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now as we head into our Friday, things get even better. We're going to start the day with clouds, and as we go through the day, these clouds will begin to gradually clear on out of here, and we're looking right about 60 degrees for the high, the south breeze at about 5 to 10. So not a bad day at all out there. And as we head into the weekend, it gets warmer yet. Let's take a look at that. We go into this weekend again into the 70s now, mid-upper 70s, getting darn close to 80 by Sunday. Sunny skies for our Saturday, a beautiful day out there. Winds pick up again Sunday, and clouds will begin to gradually increase later in the day ahead of some thunderstorm chances. Showers and storms late Sunday into early Monday morning. And this is going to be another system that will also push our temperatures back down a little bit, but this time it's not quite the same punch that Mother Nature delivered to us the other day. We're only falling back into the mid-60s, so not bad for our Tuesday out there. Temperatures returning to the low 70s for the second half of the week. And we do have some additional rain chances out there for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll eventually fall back once again to the low 60s by next Saturday. But we're finally getting some pretty nice weekends out there after we had some back in January and early February that were less than pleasant. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, make sure to stick around. We're making double cheese pancakes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, these aren't your typical flapjacks. These light, fluffy pancakes are infused with ooey gooey cheese, perfect for breakfast or even dinner. Howard's bringing us double cheese pancakes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today's February 29th, which means we're in a leap year. And for those of you celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. You're in good company with notables like the late Dinah Shore and actor Antonio Sabato Jr., as well as about 4 million other folks who only get to celebrate their actual birthday once every 4 years. Rather than showing you how to make a 4-layer cake to celebrate this day, we decided to whip up a batch of our doubly good cheese pancakes, which are special enough for any birthday breakfast or dinner. To make them, we start by beating some cream cheese and cottage cheese together until they're well combined. Now to that, we add a good amount of eggs. Once they're combined, we mix in some breadcrumbs, melted butter, a bit of salt, and a little sugar. After this sits for about 10 minutes, so the breadcrumbs can absorb some of the liquid, we spoon the batter onto a hot buttered griddle. But unlike regular pancakes, these are just as good served as a side dish for dinner as they are for the perfect rise and shine breakfast. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our double cheese pancakes so you can be armed with a recipe that'll have you leaping for joy. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a special day kind of way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe for those pancakes along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, so again, average highs today, 60 tomorrow, still a bit breezy here and there. Upper 70s heading into the weekend, some scattered showers and thunderstorms late Sunday into early Monday, bringing us down to the mid-60s Monday and Tuesday. Low 70s return Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as do some additional rain chances, back to the low 60s by next Saturday.
It looks like we have an absolutely gorgeous weekend ahead of us. Thanks, Chris. And coming up tonight at 5, today is Rare Disease Day. Between 25 to 30 million Americans are currently living with a rare disease. And now health experts are looking to increase screenings for genetic conditions in newborns. Plus, high school students from around the area gather at PSU's nursing school for a hands-on demonstration. And citizens of Carthage and a local roofing company band together to help raise the roof for the Carthage Humane Society. Well, join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.